Hello, everybody. It's Brian here with Explosive Review. Um, First off, I guess I should probably address the fact that it's been almost 3 years now since I think I posted a video to this channel. Um, Thank you to all of my loyal subscribers who stuck around for that long. That's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. Um, I feel like I kind of owe you an explanation. I've been very busy with school, another year and a half now until I get to add a nice little DR in front of my name. But I'm not going to bore you with that stuff because you came here because you wanted to see my helmet setup, which is this guy right here. Um, this is the setup that I use for all of my airsoft gaming. Um, it took me quite a while to get it to where it is now and to where I was happy with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uh, explain what's on here, why I chose what I did, and sort of a very brief review. If you're interested, I might consider doing a more component by component breakdown at some point, like reviewing each of the individual things. But without further ado, let's get to it and I'll show you what's on here. So I'm going to try, I'm not sure which camera I should use here to show you best. So the core of the helmet is an Ops Core bump helmet. It is a real Ops Core, not a knockoff. I decided to go with that because if I'm going to be putting expensive equipment onto it, I might as well use a proper helmet that's actually A, going to offer some protection, and B, I'm not going to, lose an expensive piece of equipment off of it because a piece of crap rail broke or something like that. So I have the Ops Core here in tan. I find this helmet to be extremely comfortable, extremely secure. It's got the like twist dial system in the back here, which works really, really well for getting it nice and tight and making the adjustments super fast. When you buy this helmet new, it comes with a nice carry case, which I have never used because as soon as it has stuff on it, it's essentially useless. But inside of it, it has this kind of nifty little zippered pouch, and I can use that to keep all of my accessories, and there's a bunch of extra padding and that kind of thing that comes with it, which is very nice, and certainly I would expect it for the price that you pay for one of these. I will try and link everything down below so you can get an idea of price, and if you do want to buy it where you can, I'll probably just link it somewhere random though, so don't trust that that's like the best price on the internet or anything. Moving on from that, probably the next most important part of this helmet is the eye and face protection. So you can see here that I have a little clip system into the side that allows me to quickly detach, take on and off the mask. And these actually work really well. These were not from anywhere specific. I think I got them off of eBay, to be honest with you. And they were just cheap China brand stuff, but they work just fine. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure if there is like a legit fancy tactical manufacturer of these like helmet clip system things. I wasn't able to find one, but I also didn't look that hard. And these are attached to a pair of Revision Desert Locust goggles, which I have done some customization on. I'm going to try and pop these off here very non-gracefully. So this here is my mask setup. I make sure that I have at least some face protection to keep the teeth looking nice. Don't want to get those shot out because that would really, really suck. But I just took the strap and I think I had to cut it in half, essentially, added some little clips, and then added the male interface pieces onto there so that they can just clip right in. And if I just hold this up to my face here, you can see that it provides nice coverage. I find it very comfortable. I had some problems originally with the Revision's fogging. What I ended up doing is just taking the foam out of the top and the bottom, and it breathes a lot better now, and seems to be working just fine. And then this face mask, again, was just a cheap China brand one that I cut down to the size that I wanted, shaped it to the goggles, and then zip tied it on. And honestly, it has been holding up amazing, super clean. It's not like the annoying ones where it holds the face protection really tight. It just sort of hovers and is very light and nice. Moving on from that, probably the next biggest thing on here would be the comms system that I'm running. So I am running a pair of real MSA Sordin dual comms. I don't really use the dual comm feature because I'm not legit enough to be running two communication systems at basically any game. I run this into my Toy Soldier radio, which you can find a link to right here. I did a quick review of that. Super good radio for me so far. I've had it for a while now, never had any problems. And it works with these real Sordins, which is nice because a lot of the radios apparently have impedance problems and blah blah blah. So I've got one side where I just ran the cable up, clipped it into these nice little convenient elastic things, and then the other side comes down and clips into my push-to-talk system. These are good. I find that my ears, my giant ears, get a little bit fatigued inside of them, just because there's not really that much space. I've heard that if you get the Sordin gel ear cups for it, that it tends to work a little bit better, or at least is more comfortable. Oh, my cat is coming up for a visit here. Anyways, so these have been working out well though. Super rugged, super durable. Audio quality from them is great. When I first got them, I was worried that it was going to sound really synthetic and terrible. It's a little tinny, but besides that, really nice and is great for being able to have comms while you're out there on the field. I am just using cheapy imitation China brand clip-ons, which were awful to try and get on because they didn't come pre-bent, which meant that I had to bend them myself, and they're made of steel, and it was really awful, and trying to get them to fit properly, it was a nightmare. Some of them appear to have like a little plastic clip-on thing, but they advertise them for pelt tours, so I don't know if they would work, to be honest with you. But now that they're set up, they work great, and they fit really secure. They've got kind of like a little snap on to your head kind of a system here. And I find that a lot of times if my ears are getting fatigued during a game, and I'll just put this on for a second to show you, mess up my hair, that I can run them with them kind of just loose on the outside, let some air flow in, and lets me have passive hearing. And then if I want them on, I just clamp them down to my face, and then they're secure, and I have the hearing protection and the like played through speaker audio, whatever that's called. So they're great, love them. Lighting. So I've got two lights on this helmet. The first one is a S&S Precision. This is a real V light. It's got two modes, solid green and a flashing green. To be honest with you, I don't really use this very much. I kind of wish that it was in red. It just came with the helmet when I bought it. I didn't have a choice of color. But green is okay, I guess. Sometimes if I'm out, I just turn it on if it's dark. The next one that I have on here, and I'm going to look off to my notes here so I make sure that I get the model number right. This is a Princeton Tech Pro MPLS. This light is super great. I love this thing. So it actually comes with a couple different modes. So it has a red mode. I'm not sure if you can see this here. It's got I guess UV type mode. Probably the camera can see that. It's almost like a black light kind of thing. Well, it is a black light. And if you have like a piece of paper or something that you need to read at night, makes it like glow, and it's super easy to read. And the final mode is just an ultra bright white LED. Works really good. It throws out a lot of light. I'll see if I can cut to some footage of me just shining it somewhere dark with a camera so that you can see how well it works. But super, super impressive light. Durable, waterproof. You can get knockoff ones of these, but this one is a real one, and I've been super happy with it. The only gripe that I really have with this light is that it uses a CR123A battery, which they're expensive, and this light eats through them pretty quick. And I have rechargeables, but it would have been nice. I don't know. I understand the form factor thing. If they made it like taller and used 2 AA's or something, that would just be easier to find and easier to replace. But super duper nice light. I have a second Princeton light here, and this one's smaller. It's out of batteries right now. It uses like a little button style battery, and occasionally, depending on what I'm actually doing, I will replace this one with a smaller one. It's a little bit lighter, and I usually just kind of tuck it into the Velcro, or not Velcro, elastics here, and then I have a smaller form factor light for when I need it. So next up we have the helmet cover. This one is like it's not a China brand. It's some actual brand of helmet cover. I can't remember which one it is. I think it might be S&S Precision, might be OpsCore. I wasn't able to find an exact match, but I know that sometimes they change out their styles and stuff over time. Lots of Velcro real estate. Lots of room to put patches and other things on it, and I love these little elastic band things that run all the way along. It's perfect for routing things like cables or just clipping in little lights. Up here at the front, I currently have my GoPro mount on there. I don't have my GoPro on because it's currently filming, but another advantage to using the real OpsCore stuff is that it clips in so secure. This is actually a GoPro mount that I made myself out of the little space filler OpsCore thing, a couple of screws, and then one of their sticky mounts that I just tapped to have the right thing in there. I have a crappy first gen night vision. I know, don't hate on the first gen night vision that I use sometimes if I'm fooling around outside. I don't think I've ever actually used this in a game because really it's not very advantageous when compared to even just using a flashlight. So, but it's fun. It's fun to screw around with, and I mean it does work. It's just not as good as the fancy pants, thousands of dollars night vision that you can get. Anyways, so that's my helmet setup. Super great. I love it. It gets the job done, and I think it looks pretty legit too. So I'm gonna try and keep making these videos and getting them up for you. Hopefully there'll be some interest, and feel free to let me know down in the comment section below what you guys would like to see for sort of the future of this channel. I can't promise that there'll be very much gameplay. I don't get a chance to go out and play as much as I used to, but I will do my best. So as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and comment.